Hello and welcome to the channel Let's Automate. In this video, we're going to look at how to integrate Slack with Automation Anywhere robots. Slack, as you know it, is one of the best collaboration tools used across enterprise, across the globe. And it's one of the best tools, one of my favorites, and we use it at Let's Automate as well. This is probably going to be a lengthy video because we're going to show how to create a workspace, how to set it up for integration using webhooks, and also how to code on Automation Anywhere client. So if you do not have time, I will leave links in the description which you can use to skip to the part of the video which you're interested in so that you can rush through it without wasting any time. Let's get to the video. Thank you. Alright, to begin with, you would need a Slack workspace. You need to have an administrative access to it. So for learning purpose, if you don't have it, I'd recommend you can go on and create a workspace for yourself on your personal ID on Slack. If you own a workspace in your enterprise, you can skip to the part where we start the integration bit. But for the benefit of people who do not have workspace, we'll go through this process here. What you need is you need to log in, or you need to access slack.com. It's a pretty straightforward and a simple process. You'd try Slack for free. Now, if you have any workspace that you're signed in, you'd see it here. But since I'm not signed into any right now, I'd use create Slack workspace. Now, you can use your Google account, or you can use your details and then create an account. So let me quickly fill in my information. Okay, I've completed my details. I'll click on create account. It will send me an email with a security code. Let me quickly get that. Once you have entered the security key, it will ask you a few questions like what's the name of your company or team. I'd say let's automate. Now I already have a workspace, so I'm not sure if it's going to let me use that. All right, so what do we want to use this for? Let's say we're just working on a project, or we could skip this. Who do you want to use Slack with? You can invite your folks with an email, or you can copy this link and send it over. We're going to skip this for now. And that's it. So we've got our Slack workspace created. We've got the information here. You'd get an email with some more details. We'll then use them to log in and work on it. You can click on this icon here, which is basically your workspace name, and go to workspace settings or customize Let's Automate. So you get a bunch of settings that you can modify. What we want is to be able to send notifications to a Slack workspace. So basically a channel, or it could be a person. Currently I'm the only one, so we won't use that. We'll try and create a channel, and we'll try and send a message through Automation Anywhere robot via APIs. So we'll get to that in a bit. All right, now that we are here, we will go ahead and create a channel. I want to create a channel because I want all my notifications being posted on a particular channel. So let me say bot notifications. I don't want to put a description. I'll just leave it here. Don't want to add people. I'll skip it for now because this is only for demonstrations. So I've got my channel, I've got my workspace. Now what I need is an integration which will help me post messages through this particular channel. Okay, so to do that, I click on my workspace name. I will go ahead and select manage apps. As you can see, there is no apps currently installed with my workspace. That's because I just created it. Now what we want to do, because we're trying to send a notification to a particular channel, we're going to use incoming webhooks. If you can see, it says send data into Slack in real time. Now if you want to read data from Slack, you have to use outgoing webhooks. Because we're only trying to send notifications here, we're going to use incoming webhooks here. All you got to do is click add to Slack. Now you can either create a channel from here, but since we already have created the channel bot notifications, we're going to select this and just click add incoming webhook integration. That's pretty much what you would need to send out a notification. You've got some details here on how to customize and how to send out a message, send out a payload, things like that. You could go through that if you're unaware of how to use this. But what we basically need is this URL. This is the webhook URL. Let me make a note of this here. We'll use that later. Now you can customize the name of the particular, when you send a message, if you see here preview, it would say incoming webhook and then whatever message you put. So we want to rename that. Let's say bot, just to keep it simple. So if you see here, it changes bot. Let me see if we can change the icon here. Well, let's just keep this one, right? So this is how it would look. And let's click on save settings. And that's it. We're pretty much done. Now we'll hit, we'll go to Automation Anywhere, create a bot which will be able to send out notification to our Slack channel, which is bot notification. So let me quickly log into my Automation Anywhere A2019 instance. All right, we're back here. So let me log into my Automation Anywhere Community Edition A2019. I've already set up this device to run bots, so I don't have to do that again. Let's go ahead and quickly create a bot. Now you can use the same or similar code if you're using a version 11 as well. What we're gonna do is pretty much just write one line of code. Uh, this can be used with any use case that you got as a subtask or as a sub bot. You can only call this so that you can send out a notification to a particular channel. Now in our case, we have this channel where we want to send out a message because this is a part of this is going to be a part of a bigger use case, but this is still a reusable component. So what we want to do here is let's create a variable which you can map. I'll say input. I want to call it, and let's save this. All right. Now remember the URL that we got. If you want, you can put a variable to so that someone can use this as a variable and send messages to different channels. In my case, at the beginning of the video I mentioned we're creating one single channel for all notifications, so this is going to be static, and hence I won't go ahead and put any variables on this one. So let's quickly go to actions. What we're going to need is a post command. We'll quickly go ahead and copy this. We don't want to put any authentication, but we do want a custom parameter. Let's say it has to be text, and within this you need to enter the variable input. So this is a common syntax that will be used for as a body of your post call. So I'm just going to save this. I did not add a dictionary variable for my output, so let me go ahead and do that. You can call it anything, API response, dictionary, or anything. To keep it simple, I just named it as dictionary. So I'm going to apply. This is what it looks like. Now we'll try and put a prompt window and ask a user to enter the prompt. But of course, in real life, you'll go ahead and map that variable to a different bot or use this piece of code into your use case and then map this variable or assign this variable. Okay, let's see here. We want to map this to input. All right, so just for demonstration, we'll do this. Now, if you can see, there is no message in this channel. Let's give this bot a run. Might take a while because it's the first time that we're running it. So yeah, we'll download some dependencies and boom. Okay, please enter the message for bot notification. So let's say, hey, this is my first notification. Is it okay? And the bot successfully completed the run. Let's go back to the channel. There it is. Hey, this is my first notification. So this is how you could create a workspace. You can add an incoming webhook for integration. And in your Automation Anywhere code, all you need is one line where you have this as your URI. Of course, the token bit is different. Anytime you do a web integration, it will generate a new code. Here in the integration page, you can regenerate this or you can copy the URL. It's recommended that you regenerate it every few weeks or every few months, depending on the kind of setup that you have in your enterprise organization. This is important. The syntax, the input text goes here. You can add a lot of other features like attachments and things like that. You have options to use attachments in the notification. You have an option to maybe change the look of the message and feel of the message and things like that. But we'll not get into it. I'm pretty sure you have the idea. Once you set this up, the formatting of the text is just optional. But with this, you have a fully functional Slack and Automation Anywhere integration for posting any notifications to a particular channel on your Slack workspace. If you have any questions or if you have any comments, please do post it in the comment section below onto our video. Thank you very much for your time and hope this helps. Do like and subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends and colleagues if you like it. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you.